guys, Chris here with Super Savvy Travelers. Before I do anything, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of important information coming up. Specifically, you guys asked me about the purchase process. I'm going to do a relatively short video that goes over it in brief. To really get it, you have to go take our course. So go down there and sign up for that course. We will be revamping the course. We're going to make it much more slick. But it's also going to be more expensive. It's going to have the same data, maybe a little bit more. But if you want it at the price that I initially created it, which is really inexpensive, you got to go now and sign up. The details are down below. And follow me on Instagram at Chris Sobolab for the whole art thing. What's happening in Torrita di Siena. There's a lot going on up there. The opening of my art gallery and all these other things. But I noticed that you like the inexpensive properties in Scalea because the last video went pretty viral. So I found another one for you. And Scalea has gotten more expensive. I will tell you that. Because of us, because of Justin and Michael, because of some other people that have been promoting the area, it has really skyrocketed recently. But there's still deals to be had, and this is one of them. The asking price is 35,000 euros. It's a 35 square meter apartment in Scalea on the top floor of a palazzo that was recently redone. So it's in really good shape, like the building itself is in good shape. That's something you want to look for because a lot of times you pay a condominium fee and it goes into somebody's pocket because you can see that the place is not maintained. I've seen some that they have trash in the area, they're all crumbling and coming down. Where's those HOA fees going is my big question. Where the heck are they going? They're not going toward maintenance. This one, it looks like they do. So enough of that soapbox. Now, if you have a look here, you can see that the view looking out from the balcony, there's a kind of a long, skinny, beautiful balcony that is just in the catbird seat, like you're way above everybody else. And you can see a little bit toward the left-hand side of this particular photo, right where that sort of lighting artifact is the Talau Tower. The Talau Tower is one of a system of towers that goes all along the coast. And the purpose of that tower was to watch out for invaders, because invaders, even up to the 1800s, invaders would come in and they would invade and they would do all kinds of nasty things to the local populace. So from that tower, if smoke was coming up, you knew to run for the hills to your alternate abode or arm yourself and avoid the invaders and then come out when the coast was clear. And for example, in San Nicola, if they saw smoke coming from Scalea, they would all do the same thing. So it's a very interesting history. If you get a chance to tour the tower, go tour it because it's a really fascinating story. Scalea dates back to about 1,000 years, so it's pretty amazing. Now, let's take a look at this property because I could talk about history and whatnot forever. Long skinny balcony, which is great. You can buy these little tables that flip down and flip back up. So if you want to eat out there, which I always do, you can flip them down and have your meal out there, or put a bistro table out there, or put a sunbed out there, or just stand out there and look at the view. And you have a view of the mountains, like really you're in the catbird seat. Now here coming into the unit, you can see that the bathroom is right on the right-hand side. We'll go over the bathroom. I like this bathroom a lot for a lot of reasons. But let's go over what you can do to this place. It's relatively small, 35 square meters, but the space is used very well, I think. When you come in, you can see that it is a mansarda, meaning an attic apartment. And so it slopes down a bit towards where you go out to the balcony, but you still have tons of light. You still have lots of space to live and work with. You're probably gonna have to duck your head if you're over a certain height to get out the door. But again, that's probably one of the reasons this is priced so low. You still have a lot of space to work with. And here you can see the kitchen, soggiorno, pranzo area is all right there. Now, of course, if you're having it as a vacation home, chances are you're gonna eat outside a lot, but you still have plenty of room for a sofa and a kitchen table and your little kitchen and everything else. Now that kitchen, gotta go. We had a kitchen like that back when we first bought our house in Santa Domenica. It's old, I can tell you, it's probably stinky and falling apart. Sorry to be blunt, but it's not a good kitchen. Now, a little note of caution. If you don't want this kitchen, and I can tell you right now that you don't, you make sure they take it out. That's something that they should do, and put that into your initial offer documents, that they're agreeing to take out all the furniture and personal belongings and that sort of thing from the property, and then walk the property before you sign the act. And if it's still there, make them take it out before you sign the act. That's my advice. Okay, And here's a little glimpse of the kitchen. Now, the kitchen is kind of funny because it's sort of shoved in that little corner there. Now, what I would do is I would go to Nancy at Brigante with a little drawing. You do your own drawing and your measurements of that kitchen and even some of the other walls on the side and whatnot. And she will sit down with you, and you guys will put your heads together and come up with a brilliant, beautiful design for this kitchen that actually works. Here's another view of the living room. You can see there's lots and lots of space, and the bedroom. And the bedroom is pretty gosh darn big, which I actually really like. And you have an opening out onto the balcony. So you have a lot of space, you have a lot of light, which I really like about this place. And that's a matrimonial bed, so that's a queen size. You can see there's still a lot of space there. From this side, they took a picture of the bed. I don't know why, other than I put this picture in so you could kind of see a little bit of the floor. And the floor looks to be in pretty decent shape. It's not hideous tiles and that sort of thing. But I will tell you, going back to this photo here, you can see that the tiles are old. You can see that the kitchen is old. And what does that tell you? It tells you that nothing's really been done to this property, probably since the day they bought it. I will almost guarantee you need new electrics. You will have to put in heat and air conditioning. If you're going to be there in the wintertime, you're going to need heat, but you can buy those heat air conditioning splits. They're not that expensive. They're relatively easy to put in. You just get your, the plumbers can do it. Sometimes electricians can do it, and you get that going and you'll be pretty comfortable. The tiles, if you like them, they can stay as long as they're not lifting. They're probably okay. In a lot of these places, the tiles were not laid correctly. Our clients bought a place in Baia del Carpino, and we all knew this going in. Baia del Carpino, the tiles were apparently not laid down with a whole lot of adhesive, and they're all lifting, and there's gravel underneath. It's really poorly done in Baia del Carpino. That's why a lot of the units you see there have new tile. If the tile's still in good shape, you're probably okay, because it's been 40 years and still not lifting. That's all right. So these tiles, looks like you can keep them. Now let's take a look at this bathroom, and we're going to take a really good look. This is looking in from the balcony. It's kind of an odd picture, but it shows you a lot about this bathroom. Number one, there's a tub there. And as you know, I'm not a big tubby person. I would immediately swap that out and make it into a shower. Like, it's long and thin, but you can have a long, thin shower, and that way you can have one sheet of glass on that one side. And you don't have to have the doors and the grooves and all that junk that gets all moldy and weird in that particular environment. You just have one sheet of glass, you clean that, and it's nice, and it keeps everything, it keeps all the mold buildup and everything at bay. Now they have the old-timey bidet and toilet in there. You can swap those out for much more compact, prettier units. Also that sink, they have always these pedestal sinks, and I don't understand why. Maybe they just didn't have the other ones now, but now you can buy a sink unit that has two good-sized drawers. You can put towels in there, you can put toilet paper, you can put all the things that you need, and still have a great sink. Now also you can see there's a washer in there, which is fabulous, because you need to wash your clothes, and a lot of these places are too small, or the bathrooms are too small to have a washer. Alternatively, if you wanted more space, you could see about rerouting the plumbing out to the other side on the balcony there, so that you have your washer on the balcony. That is an option. Probably you would need a permit to do that, because you're going to be rerouting plumbing. And to be honest with you, that bathroom's plenty big. And once you get the new toilet and the new bidet in there, you see how they're far away from the wall. These new ones are flush up against the wall. It's going to give you extra few inches to deal with. And what I love about this place, it seems like every room has an opening to the balcony. So you have a lot of light, and honestly, you have a view out from every room in your house. And who's going to be looking in on you? Nobody, because nobody's up that high. So once again, guys, this is one of the deals to be had. Obviously, if you have mobility issues, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're in pretty good shape and don't mind a few stairs, and have a little bit of money to put into it to make things super perfectly set up and wonderful, this might be the place for you. So let me know in the comments, what do you think of this place? And let me know in the comments, especially, what do you want to see? What do you want from us? What kind of videos are going to really, really help you achieve your dream of coming over and finding your dream home in Italy? So there you go, guys. See you soon.